Our pleasure to be on the road this week in our Where Are They Now feature, catching up with Max Balinson. And Max, lots to talk about with you, but let's start Burlington Cougars. Let's go back a little bit for that. And tell us about your experience with the Cougars and how it helped you to play D1 hockey.
Well, I only played 1 year at Junior A, and it was probably my best year at Junior I had. I played 3 years at Junior B before that, and the transition from Junior A to Junior B was good for the exposure to get the scouts to look at me and get a little bit of recognition. And the coaching I had there was phenomenal, and I managed to get a scholarship in my second year here at ASU. But I was just lucky enough to get in the roster last year and make a name for myself here.
Tell me about ASU, because I didn't know they had hockey out here, right? Obviously, right? It's Arizona, so on and so forth. When did they come into your life and knowing that they had a program and you might be interested?
Well, it was actually in the final year of junior hockey. One of my friends was committed, and he didn't have sufficient grades to get into the program, I think. And I kind of jumped all over that opportunity right away. I called the coach, had my advisor get on the horn, and at first they were like, nope, sorry, too many defensemen, not a spot for you. And then I got a call back the next day. All right, we'll come down. You're going to have to pay, but earn your spot. So
and that's what you did.
Next thing you know, I had the opportunity, yep.
Good for you. And tell me then about life in Arizona when it's not hockey climate.
I mean, no one expects to have a hockey team in Arizona. Like, the Coyotes are making a name for themselves since Austin Matthews and whatnot, but the culture that we're building in Arizona it's drawing attention from all across the country. We're beating teams in the East Coast here. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for us this weekend, but like, we're definitely making a name. We're top 20 in the country right now, and that's a first for the program. So big strides here in our 4th year of Division I.
Canada, we're obviously a hockey country in that. Arizona, not so much so. But playing D1 hockey, like an environment here at Cornell, you must just love that.
Oh, it's phenomenal. I mean, I visited this place in my prep year when I played at Ridley College, and it was like an unbelievable experience for me. Now to be playing in front of the fans that I once was part of, it's just, it's unbelievable.
But tell me about at school. What course are you taking, and how is your daily life out there?
I mean, we're treated like kings out there. There's no two ways about it. You can't hide it. I mean, obviously the weather's phenomenal, and then our course load, we get first choice for classes before every other student. So our schedules are based on practice, workout, nutrition, and then classes. But it's not like one takes a backseat over the other. We all place the same level of importance. It's just we have the days planned out for us. We're treated like pros.
Tell me about nutrition. Like how big of a part of that is for you day to day? Because I think as a young guy, you can do whatever you want, but does it come into play a lot?
I think it comes into play a lot, and I think guys don't recognize it early enough in their careers. I mean, diet's huge. We have a new strength and conditioning coach, Leanne Blinn, who's been around the block with nutrition and strength, and I think we get provided with like countless meals per week. Like, I rarely have to make a meal at home, and when I do, it's going to be healthy. Like, my roommates are all nutrition-wise, like, they're all smart about what they eat, and that makes it easy for me. So,
your dad's a pretty famous guy back home, but you have a guy on the team with a pretty famous dad too. Okay. So what's that like, having him around? Like, I walk along, I'm gonna bump into him tonight here. Tell me, first of all, let everyone know who it is, and then what it's like just having that kind of a guy around the team.
It's Mario Lemieux and his son Austin Lemieux, number 16 on our team. I mean, he's such a legend in hockey. Like, you see him, and everywhere you go, you see guys running up to him, picture, autograph, shake his hand, whatnot. It's pretty phenomenal, and I mean, everyone treats him with respect here, like he's the highest of high ranks of hockey players. So,
tell me about your goals, hockey goals, and then I'll ask you about life goals after that, like life after hockey.
Hockey goals, you know, like, day in and day out, we're always fighting for positions in the lineup, right? Like, it's a tough team we have here. Like, everyone's always pushing each other to be better. And if I can get in the lineup and make the team better in any way that I can, then that's what I'm going to do. For short term, long term, I'd like to see myself playing professional hockey in one league or another. I mean, I'm trying to get my German passport sorted out so I can play over in Europe if I don't get a look in North America. So, yeah, hockey's my life.
That's the first and foremost, right?
Yeah, right.
Very good. Hey, the Frozen Four is in Buffalo.
Correct.
Wouldn't it be nice to have another trip back east?
I mean, we're back east in 2 weeks from now playing BU, but it'd be unbelievable. I get all my family and friends to come down. If we get a bid for the tournament, it'll be unbelievable for this program, unbelievable for the school. Like, it would just be great because this group of guys work their off all year. We have 8 games left, and we have to make the most of it.
Have you been to a Frozen Four? Like, it was in Buffalo about 10 years ago or so. Did you go, or have you taken in anything like that?
It's funny you say that. No, I wasn't interested in college hockey up until about my second or third year at junior when the OHL kind of passed me by. So I wasn't following it as much, but now that the opportunity's presented itself, I think like it's gonna be pretty cool if it's in Buffalo. Family can come watch, friends can come watch, and whatnot.
So, Max, you have something in common with my dad. Not too many people. I think you guys might be the only people in Hamilton.
Definitely.
But my dad had an audience with the Queen, and you did too.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
In 2002, my dad put my name in for a bid to deliver flowers to the Queen at, I believe it was the Royal Jubilee. And I was, 6 years old, so I went up and delivered flowers to the Queen. I don't think many people can say that they've done that.
Tell me about it. Like, do you remember? Did you know how big of a deal it was?
At the time, I don't think I knew how big of a deal it was, but looking back, like, that's a story I can tell for the rest of my life, and it's something that I'll be very proud of. I mean, king and country, you know?
I'm going to tell my dad that. He's going to be jealous too. He's going to say, what is that? What Max doing that for? I did that too. But that is pretty cool though, isn't it?
Yeah, my dad has always said that that's his favorite celebrity, so I think I'd take after him in that regard.
And last question, do you go to the football games?
Unfortunately, our schedules kind of conflict with football, but the opportunity that we'd have to go to them, we'll make the most of it. I mean, it gets to be like 120 degrees sometimes with those football games in the top of the stands, so we don't stay for the whole time, but we'll be there to support our team.
Love it. Love hearing your story, and we'll be following you. We wish you the best of luck, not only this year, but we'll follow you through your whole career.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your time.
Max Balinson joining us on Where Are They Now? Back to the Rinkside desk.